Good morning, everybody. It's Daniel Chen here again, and just doing another video on another question that I think it's of course very relevant, and it is how to really deal with uncertainty, because these times are very uncertain, very volatile in the markets, very unprecedented with this big virus crisis. This whole COVID-19 year was really, brutal and, just not good for a lot of people, a lot of families, and a lot of businesses this year. And I can tell you, everyone, there's so much uncertainty, especially in the next couple of days, where there is a US election. Is it going to be Trump? Is it going to be Biden? And then you got all these, things happening in the streets, right? These protests, and, with the left and the right, and just a lot of crazy things that are happening. And there's so much uncertainty. And of course, that could not be good for a lot of people, mentally, emotionally, and even for businesses who don't know how the next few months or the next year 2021 is going to be. So it's a lot that is happening, and sometimes that can create a lot of, when you're in a very chaotic environment, could create a lot of stress, or like you can call it a pandemic stress, because this whole year certainly has been a pandemic. And then, it affects all your, your thinking and going forward on what you're gonna do, because you're probably not making the same amount of money like you used to before, pre-pandemic or pre-COVID-19. And then you're wondering, okay, so what are you going to do going forward? How are you going to survive? How are you going to navigate through this pandemic, or, to get through these times? And, it goes back to the previous video I made. What are you doing? How are you pivoting? If, your retail sales are dying and it's horrible, did you adapt or did you adjust to online sales? Because the e-commerce is killing it, right? Amazon is killing it, and even Walmart adjusted to their online sales. So, could your business pivot, or could you adapt or adjust to doing online sales? A lot of businesses are thinking of ways on how they can readjust, restructure, their businesses, and really adapt to the changing environment going forward, such that they can still stay alive in business. And you have businesses that are getting decimated badly. Like, for example, you have Cineplex. They're burning about 19 million cash a month. You have, in the second quarter of this year, Air Canada, they lost about 1.7 billion. That's a lot of money. And some of these companies, if they don't get the money or the financial assistance or the relief or the loan from the government, they can be out of business. This is the economic reality. Now, how to deal with uncertainty? So now I feel the same. I'm in the same environment as that you're in. And how I deal with uncertainty is I really try to keep up to date with everything that is happening in Canada and all over the world, because it really is a global pandemic. It affected everyone's lives, everyone who lost jobs, and and still are unable to recuperate or to get back another job. A lot of people have been affected. So I try to keep up to date as much as possible by reading the news every morning. I get the news all over Canada, and also in the night I get the global news all over the world, because what happens in other countries, it also affects us here in Canada as we trade, with our trading partners. And it helps a little bit to have faith, because if you can't see how tomorrow is going to be, right, at least you can do the best what you can do today. And you can have a plan, you can have your goals, and you can have faith that, hey, you will get through this whole thing. This will, eventually pass, and next year or the next coming months will be better. You gotta have faith. And the last thing what I would say is you really have to keep a positive mindset. Now, in my book, The Manifested Millionaire, on principle number 1, which is to keep a positive mindset, right? I'll read very quickly the first paragraph, and this makes a lot of sense, very relevant in these relevant times or unprecedented times. Positive thinking isn't some magical experience, and trust me, it won't make all of your financial, emotional, and stress disappear. What it will do, however, is make problems seem much more manageable and help you deal with the hardships in your life in a much more positive way. Now, don't get it twisted. Positivity doesn't always refer to simply smiling and always being in a fantastic mood. Positivity is more about your overall perspective in life. A positive attitude makes you happier, improves your relationships with others, and it increases your chances of reaching success. Your attitude, very key word, attitude, determines how your life and the direction it will take. And when things aren't going your way, keep a positive attitude by visualizing yourself succeeding and achieving your goals. That's what I did. And of course, but it wasn't always the case. So you have to have a positive mindset. And it's really important, right? To really get through these times, you got to have a positive mindset. And you got to keep things, in control here. Because if you keep thinking of all the things that you can't control, you ain't going to be happy up here. And you're going to start to, be all over the place, right? Got to have your goals so you can have direction and just keep going at it. Just keep doing what you are doing or what you do best. And, and don't be discouraged. Keep a positive mindset. Just keep going at it, and believe me, you will get through to the next side. And when you look back, a couple months, right, from today, the uncertainty, it wasn't too bad. Remember, we've been through all these things before in history with the 2008 crisis. You had the 9/11 crisis, you had the dot-com bubble, you got the 1990 Great Recession, right? And you had the biggest, 1929, the Great Depression, which was really bad. Probably even, well, I haven't lived in those times, but it was really bad. And, and we're seeing the same things that are happening today, what government does with the printing of the money, right? And then they're scaling back a bit more now with printing about 4 billion every week. Before they was printing 5 billion. But we will get through these times. The economy will fully rebound, right? We just have to face the economic realities and, and do our best to stay safe, stay healthy, and continue with our lives and businesses with the health and safety protocols. And you will get through these times, believe me. So have a positive mindset. Positive thinking will give you positive results. Negative thinking will give you negative results. So I would say think positive, have faith, and try to stay up to date with everything that's going on, and things will be good, right? And you will feel a bit more at ease and, not having this COVID-19 fatigue, right? So thank you very much for listening. And hopefully this video helps. You can like, comment, and subscribe, and there will be more videos coming soon. Thank you very much.